Individual performances, Lukaku, what do you make of him today?
He was good. His hold-up play was really good. He was getting frustrated with players in and around him, and he created that chance for Lingard with a nicely weighted time pass, and obviously Jesse should score. But he was, like I said, he was getting frustrated, and he has been getting frustrated recently because he's not been scoring. And he had a few good chances at Bristol, and the keeper made a good few saves. And he didn't have many chances today, but these are the type of games where other players have to step up, and Mata did that. But it's just, once again, in the back line, I think as a unit, I think they did play well, other than when Smalling was left one-on-one with Mahrez, and obviously Smalling leaving it for a goal at the end. They did play well as a unit, and that is what we have been doing, but it's just individual errors that are going to cost us, and it may cost us this second spot, it may cost us a chance in the semis or even a final in the Champions League. But if we just iron out these silly mistakes, of course we can go and do what, and we can challenge for the FA Cup, challenge for the League, the Champions League, anything. We're Man United, we're the biggest club in the country.
Champions League, we've got a chance?
Well, Sevilla just sacked their gaffer, haven't they? Yeah, they have, yeah. So they were 5th in the league and flying, so whether the players take a little bit of a downturn on that and then they give us a chance on that. But it's one of them. Last year we were in the league, you just give it up, and we went and won the Europa League at a canter, and we were battering teams, and we looked easy with it. So you never know with Jose, you never know what he's thinking, whether he's thinking, right, well, I can have a look at these players, and when the window comes, a few will go out and a few will get in. Because the only problem we've got is a lot of boys are out of contract. Herrera's out of contract, Mata, Blind.
Fellaini's trying to hold us to ransom and doesn't want to sign.
So that's what I'm saying. You've got boys out of contract, so it's what decisions does he make? Because you've got to look at the long-term future. He comes out and says, I want to stay at this club for 5, 6, 7 years. You've got to have a look at it, because either in January you get rid of the deadwood and don't wait and get some money behind us, because we spent 300 and 400 million over the last couple of windows.
That's the thing. I mean, I know people say Mourinho maybe hasn't been backed 100% by the board, he didn't get all of his targets, but
massively.
We have spent a lot of money massively.
As well. He's been backed to the hill, and he can't say he's not. The first window, he got backed. Big money on Bailly, big money on Pogba, big money on Ibrahimovic, Mkhitaryan the same. This window, breaking a transfer record for Lukaku. You know what I mean? Bringing in big name players, big money on Lindelof, who I thought he's getting better every week, Victor Lindelof. He was poor at the start of the year, but he's getting better.
We wanted that right winger, maybe the Perisic kind of player. We wanted that final attacker. A lot of people saying that that's been a big hindrance to us, or is it? Nah, that's just an excuse.
Because there's no guarantee if Perisic gets in that position he scores. I don't see him lighting up trees at Inter Milan. I know the top of the league, but I'm not seeing him pulling up any trees. He's scoring this and that goals and assists. So I think we've got the players in the positions. It's just the boys have got, and there's only so long you can go and say, oh, the players are doing this, players are doing that. Like, the players are trying, but they've got to have a look at themselves in the mirror and say, come on, let's sort ourselves out now. Let's get our heads on and go and try and challenge for this league if we can.
What do you think? I mean, where do we go from here? Is it simple as that? Like he says, just focus on what we can now and try and get the best out of a shit situation?
I think we just need to clear City out of our minds, you know what I mean? Is it something like 13, 14 points in front of us? Just get them out of our heads and just focus on what we need to do. Just keep winning performances, just bring the confidence back, just keep pushing on this league. And you never know, City may slip up, they may not, but just do your job, just win your football games, win them in the FA Cup. We should have won in the Carabao Cup, but that's gone. Win your Champions League games, go out to Sevilla, have a good performance, come back in the return leg knowing that the job is done, and then you can focus back on the league again, because Chelsea aren't going to give up. I can't see Tottenham may come back into it, I don't know, but I don't think Liverpool will give up. I think they'll keep harassing, so we really need to just get our league form sorted and just sort out the last 5 minutes of the game and the game management.